Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be accepted in thy sight, O creative force of the universe, divine, masculine and feminine of the universe. How y'all doing today? I hope everybody's feeling well. Welcome, and I want to give all of y'all a well-deserved round of applause, if you don't mind. I want to give all of y'all for tuning in a well-deserved round of applause. I wear this hat today because it's allowing you to say to yourself, I am the greatest. I am the greatest. Big up to the late, great Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. His name was given to him by the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Everybody know he was Cassius Clay back in the day. But Muhammad Ali means one worthy of praise or one praiseworthy, exalted. Ali means exalted. So big up to the late, great Muhammad Ali. And this is actually a Muhammad Ali collection. I am the greatest. I've had this for like 20 years. I've had this for, no, 15, 20 years, 15, 20 years, about 15, 20 years I've had this hat. And it has the emblem and everything. It has the Muhammad Ali emblem, the official logo for Muhammad Ali and all of that. So I wear this hat to remind you, the audience, that as you read it off of my hat, it said, you're saying, I am the greatest. You must say that to yourself every day. Look in the mirror, because if we are the reflection of the Almighty Creator, the divine within all, if we are the reflection, then you are great also. Just remember that. And please do me a favor and share, like, and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to share, like, and subscribe to this channel. But if you do want to donate to the channel, beautiful. But it doesn't cost anything to like, subscribe, share, to build the algorithms, and to click the bell to be notified when we come on, all right? And do remember, this is also a troll-free zone. All trolls will be placed in the block party. You know, in New York, we used to have block parties, we spinning music and all that, but this new social media era, block party is throwing people off your platform and locking them in some type of block, blocking them off. And also, please donate to the channel. You could use Venmo, you can use PayPal, you can use Cash App, you can use Chime. This is a business, and YouTube is a business, and content creating is a business. This is spiritual business that I do. That's why I don't do the drama out there in the streets. I'm not into the drama. Big up to everybody on Instagram that's tuning in. Karen Mothers in the building. What's up? Big up to everybody on Instagram. Big up to everybody on YouTube. Shout y'all out also. Landon Price and William Holmes, everybody that's on YouTube that's coming in. Again, please like, subscribe, and share with others on this channel. Let people know that we're on this channel. All right, let people know we are on this channel right now, spreading love. And we're going to have a guest coming up at the top of the hour. In the next 5 minutes, we have a guest coming up. Can't wait to have our sister on. This is going to be her first time, her debut on my channel. But before we go down that road, just want to remind y'all that this coming Thursday, we have a professor in the martial arts. For many years, for over 30 years, he's been teaching and studying and giving information to those in need, especially in the city of Delaware or the territory of Delaware, Professor James Muhammad Mahdi. Forgiveness is the highest form of healing. And we're going to be speaking about the legacy of one of the great martial arts from the East Coast, the one and only, my brother, Professor James Muhammad Mahdi. And of course, we're going to be speaking about the legacy of Dr. Moses Powell. All right. Just want to make sure everybody knows that's what we're going to, that's one of my lineage also. And of course, on January well, let's go straight to the event that my sister is doing that I have coming up, Ascending Infinite Goddess, catapult your energy into 2026. We're going to go through that, and we're going to talk a little bit about that event coming up and her guests that she has speaking, including myself. You can go to our website, Ascending Infinite Goddess, but I will put the link. The link is in the chat right now. I'll pin it to the top of the chat if you want to get your tickets to that online webinar. And then on the 21st, we will be with the one, the only Queen of Four, myself, Paris Williams, Brother Shabazz, and his beautiful wife. I Open Up Productions present Queen of Four. All right. If you want to get tickets or you want to vend, make sure you go to the Ticketmasters. Well, not Ticketmasters. Make sure you call or text my brother, or you can scan the QR code. All right. Just want to let y'all know that. And let me big up some of our sponsors before she come on. Professor Zahalia, one of my dear friends, an extraordinary martial artist and dance instructor. Boom, big up to her. She teaches dance etiquette and all of that, also weaponry, everything in martial arts. You can do it online with her, or you can do it offline if you're in Long Beach. They just had a big ceremony, a graduation ceremony out there. Big up to all of the students that received whatever next belt or whatever level they went to in the martial arts. Big up to another martial artist herself from V-Jitsu, the one, the only Abundance Child. She has a nice podcast, another one of my sponsors. Only the Realest Feel This podcast on youtube.com/Abundance Child. And of course, let me show love to my son. His studio is called Green Studio NYC. That's Green Studio NYC. Make sure you contact him at that number or leave a voicemail at the 929 number. You can either text him at the 347 or call him at the 347 number, or leave a voicemail at the 929 number. And of course, if you want to get any of my books, please go and purchase my books. I got 5 books online right now. Enough respect to that. Boom, boom, boom. Amazon. And of course, this is the YouTube channel, KSP Media. And we'll be bringing up our guests in the next 2 minutes. Also want to big up New Diamonds, newdiamonds.net. Make sure you support all that she do. She's one of my sponsors also, and she comes up as a co-host every now and then. Handmade jewelry, crystals, wire wrapping classes, all of that, oracle reading, astrology, birth chart, all of that good stuff she does. Big up to my dear friend, the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore. Your eyes hold the blueprint of your entire body. So get an iridology or iridology consultation from Dr. Shakira Moore, holisticapalace.com. I think she got some discounts going on right now, so make sure you support her. And big up to Nicholas Brooklyn and Nicholas Cultural, where we had the Professor James Smalls event. I have something else. I think I have a pop-up coming up in January too. And then around my birthday, I'm going to do something for my birthday, my 59th birthday. Oh yeah, 5 + 9, baby, equals 14. So I'll be 14 years old next year. I can't wait for that. Once a man, twice a child. 10% off for all retail prices. But if you want to do wholesale, make sure you go to nicholasbrooklyn.com. That's nicholasbrooklyn.com, and tell them that King Simon sent you. Last but not least, my dear friend and one of my teachers on my journey was the astronumerologist, the one, the only Lloyd Strayhorn, lloyd-strayhorn.com. Hit him up at that 1-800 number. And he also does palm reading. You can take a picture of your hands and he'll read that like a book too, just like he reads numbers. And January, we're going to restart today's consciousness in the conscious community. Restart it. And I got a special guest coming up. I won't mention that name until I confirm that he will be on, or her. And we're going to speak about that. And of course, I always got a disclaimer. Remember, the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. All right. So without any further ado, the sister that I'm about to bring up for you, we got a big event coming up with her on the 20th of December. It's coming up. But this sister here loves, through her website, she loves empowering infinite beings during their spiritual awakening. So you got to make sure you go to our website, ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. And we're going to be speaking about this, her first debut on my channel, the revealing of the goddesses and what gods will walk with them. Without any further ado, let me bring on for you my dear sister that's ready to tear it up from another, a sister from another mother, man, a whole another mother and father. So big up to her. Let's give her a round of applause. Here she is, the one, only ascending infinite goddess in the building. What's up, sis?
Greetings, greetings. Can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you. How you doing?
Amazing. I'm doing well. I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful. I'm glad that you made it on, and I'm glad everything is good. You look like you got a nice little background going on over there.
Yes,
you
yes.
out these streets.
I am. I am.
First of all, let me make sure I got your information below right there. Everybody know she got her Cash App, of course, is right there. Infinitenell, of course, her Zelle and PayPal is the email that you see there. Ascendant Infinite Goddess at Gmail. A website, ascendantinfinitegoddess.com. And if you want to email for info, you could go info@ascendantinfinitegoddess.com. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir. Thank you.
Just want to make sure we got the business popping so people know. And also it's pinned to the top of the chat. What's pinned to the top of the chat is actually the link to the webinar that we got coming up, this whole workshop and thing that you got coming up. And her telephone number is on the website, but the telephone number is 786-828-8722. Want people to know that you do have a number there on the website when you want to go and find out more information if you want to talk to her directly. So how you been, my sister? How's everything with you and the family?
Everything is great. Everything is great. My husband and I just celebrated our wedding anniversary. We took a trip to Dominican Republic. It was beautiful. The spirit there, the energy there, reminded me of Jamaica. It did.
Yeah, of course, it does.
The Caribbean is the Caribbean, but it was just such beautiful energy, and I'm feeling so refreshed, and ready to rock out, ready to take charge, and I'm ready to catapult already, right? I'm ready to soar already into this new timeline, into this new energy that is coming forth with us.
So how many years have you and your husband been together, my dear?
Been together off and on since the year 2000.
Okay.
We do have a 21-year-old.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
We both have had other, marriages, divorce, got back together in 2012 and have been solid together since. So.
Wow. Let me give that a round of applause, because that needs to be applauded right there. Yes, that needs to be applauded. Some people can't stay together for 30 days.
Correct.
In these times, at least I can say one of my marriages lasted for at least 6 to 7 years. I can at least say that, and I've been married 3 times, so I got it. I understand. And with this particular webinar that you are going to do, and let me show people the website so people know. We're broadcasting on Instagram also, so people will know. Let me show it. Let me share screen real quick so people will know that we ain't jiving up in here. We're not jiving. They don't jive. We ain't no jive turkeys up here. So we want to make sure that this is what's going on, family. This is what's happening on the 20th of December, and it's happening from 12 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. She says, join us as we cover various topics, including divine spirit messages, herbal remedies for healthy living, numerovation for the new year, mindset shifts, attuning to your heart's desire, and more, featuring guest speakers. Now, talk about the guest speakers that you have. I think not except me.
Okay.
But go ahead, talk about it.
So our first guest speaker is Linktr.ee Goddess.
Mm-hmm.
She is a divine, infinite being. Through her own journey, she has healed herself. She has rid herself of many different ailments. She is assisting my family personally. Some of you may know I have a son who has been diagnosed on the autism spectrum. and he is working through epilepsy, through seizures, but through different concoctions, variations, research, everything with working with Linktr, and of course my husband and I, we have really helped curb his behavior. But she specializes in everything. I mean, immune support, everything, hair oils, body oils, body scrubs, teas, everything. So she'll be coming in and speaking about different things, you know, whether it's for protection, healing, releasing, anything of that nature. She'll be coming in and speaking on that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Of course, yeah, you could go ahead. Go ahead.
Then of course we have you, right? I'm in the numerovator himself. Super excited to hear your perspective on the new year energy, the 2026 110, however you want to break that down.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
then we have Coriel. So she's so nice, right? You only need one name for her. She is an entrepreneur. She speaks to empowerment of women, but of course that can also go towards the divine feminine. She is really in tune with sacral chakra energy. Absolutely love her. Love her perspective on life and business as well. She has built a big platform, successful podcast, things of that nature. And then, of course, Malcolm X Bowser, those of you who are joining us from the Urban X Nation, right? You may recognize the sweater, right?
That's right.
One of their merchandise. Be sure to check them out, urbanx.nyc. They are such quality people. You want to talk about King Simon presents quality people, coming in tune with these individuals. So beautiful. So Malcolm X Bowser will be speaking on business perspectives, entrepreneurship, but also how to not allow yourself to get stuck in the stigmatism or the ideals of, I have to be an entrepreneur, I have to get out from this and that. If you need to get a 9 to 5, how do you attune to that? That's in your heart's desire, because not everyone is meant to be a boss, right? Some people are meant to work for other people, and that is okay. But you have to allow yourself, you know, the grace to say, if I do get a job, how will it be aligned with me and my purpose, and not feel guilty or, you know, beating yourself up or anything of that nature. So he'll be speaking on both those aspects. And then I, as the host, I will just be iterating. We'll be doing a Q&A, but I have recorded a card reading that is specific to attendees only. I am an angel oracle. So I did a 2026 forecast based off what Spirit has given. And then there is also an energy session that will be sent out to all attendees as well that I am facilitating. So it is such a beautiful event. It's our 4th annual event. I am super, super excited to continue to be the conduit for this energy, right? Because Catapult, it is not something small, right? We're not leaping, we're not walking, we're not running. No, we are shooting.
Right. And you know, we would say like we're trajecting. There's a trajectory going on another level. And I'm gonna talk about it from that perspective also. When I get on and do my thing. So you know, I just want to go, like James Brown said, I just want to get on and do my thing. And we're gonna have a good time. And I know I'm gonna enjoy everybody that does come on. And again, family, the link to all of her website and the direct link is in the chat, pinned to the top of the chat if you want to. If you don't see it, here it is. I'm gonna show it. Here it is. I'm gonna show it to you right now. There it is. A lot of mercy. See it there? And with the number on everything. So when you can click on the link. So we got the HTTPS on there, semicolon, // because we got it in the chat right now. You can just press right on the link right now. It'll send you straight to get your tickets to have a good time and get some information that's going to be very pertinent for you as we're going into 2026. Thank you so much for putting this together, my sister. Let me give you another well-deserved round of applause. Yes.
Thank you.
And okay, let's get into some questions and answers here. Let's get it in, because I'm one of those people.
Okay, I'm one of those people too. Let's go.
Yes. So as I was not just reading through your stuff and going through what you do, I came up with this subject matter that you see on the flyer, of course. And big up to everybody that's tuning in. I see, of course, I see one of the guests that's in the sister Goddess is in the building. Big up to her. She's so excited. She said she's excited. Sister Cafunia is in the building. Big up to Sister Cafunia. I've known for over 30 years. So big up to her. Yes. And everybody, that lovely day experience, everybody that's coming in. Thank y'all very much for coming in on Instagram and on YouTube. These are two channels that I'm broadcasting on now. So, the title of this particular interview for your first time is, of course, the revealing of the goddesses and what gods will walk with them. And you've been married. You just celebrated a nice anniversary, and I know it's always been ups and downs because you said it in the beginning that y'all been on and off. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have girlfriends that I'm on and off with. So, hey, I'm on them and I'm off of them. out. So, but we're still friends to this day. You know what I'm saying? I've had friends for 30 years, still friends to this day. When you're walking the path of a goddess, because not, being a god or a goddess in any way has a lot of responsibility. And I want to say that very from the beginning. So all of us can claim God, and we've listened to the scriptures and all that. Ye are gods, children of the Most High God, and all of that kind of stuff. We heard it. But being a god in any capacity, being a real reflection of the divine creative source, comes with a lot of responsibility. So most of us that say we are gods, we haven't really gotten there yet. Haven't really gotten to that essence yet, because we're not perfect. Because once you get to that perfect state, that's when you should be leaving this planet, going to mesh within that God energy. To you, what does it mean to be a goddess, and what does it mean for your man to be a god in the space that both of you share over the years, going back and forth with each other?
So that is something that is always constantly evolving. As we evolve and change and grow, so does the meaning of that title. Mm-hmm. As of right now, to be a goddess in my divine feminine energy, everything is not lollipops and unicorns. It's a perfect balance. I have a very deep connection with what some people may say dark goddesses, but it's just fierce goddess energy, right? Big mama energy, right? I am here to teach and instruct and instill. And being a goddess or a god, knowing that within your own right, is knowing what your purpose is and moving forth unwavering, knowing that everything in which you do stems from you, because that is what it literally means. You are creating everything, every decision, every movement, every moment, every experience is a creation. So there, as I said, there's levels to this. And in a point in time, no matter where you are in your journey or in your pathway, if you're moving in righteousness, even if not everyone understands it or understands it or wants to walk with you, you are in your God state. Moving in a space not from fear, but of love. That is where your righteousness stems from your heart chakra. As you begin to, for lack of a better word, ascend, grow, evolve, you begin to recognize that sometimes as a god, you have to journey into dark spaces or negative spaces. But with that allows you to see the balance. So not expecting for everything to be hunky-dory, right? Or fun all the time. Although this is a beautiful game to be played, know that everything that you go through and you experience, whether you perceive it as a negative or positive, it is stemming from your own construct. That is what it means to be a god, knowing when to say, okay, I'm no longer on a level where I should be entertaining or engaging with this certain energy. Knowing what is right for you, what is wrong for you. Not everyone is meant to be a channel. Even though we all have the capacity, That doesn't mean everyone should be it. Not everyone is meant to be a vegan or a vegetarian. You must know what is right for you, what is right for your journey, your purpose, and then move forward in that unwaveringly in your full righteousness.
Okay. I like that. I like that. That's a very good explanation, because, I think everybody gets caught up in the quote unquote righteousness of things, right? And I would say, and I used to debate, on the streets of New York back in the day from when I was 18, with all types of, just being in an Ansar law community as a Muslim at that time. And I remember speaking to one individual who was an atheist in his own right, happened to be a relative of mine, and he became Muslim later on, which is interesting for me. But he said, America is righteous. And I said, what do you mean by America is righteous? Because we know what America have done wickedly throughout, all the cities and everything, as far as European America, how they've controlled and done what they had to do. He said, because righteousness is when you can keep a system going in its right formation constantly. So even if a president dies, the next person takes over. If this person drops off, another person. So he was showing me righteousness from that perspective. We tend to make gods and goddesses righteous, but Satan is a god, according to the scriptures. And he uses, and I think being a god or goddesses has a matter of intentions, whether you're going to use it positively or negatively. There is a intention going by, because every content comes with intent, like Professor Smalls will say. You have to have intention. So whatever content that evil Iblis or Satan or Lucifer is producing, there is intent. There's always intent, whatever content and he has proven himself, he or she have proven themselves to be God. And I remember the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that the worst devil is the black devil back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I used to say this back in the day. I'm like, ooh. And so we all have these dualities in us to be either positive or negative. I've seen the most quote unquote positive person flip it and become this old animal. But yet, I think in understanding this God and goddess concept or theory, I think we have to be very conscientious of how we express it and make sure we express the balance of it to people, to understand. Even with numbers, you could use it negatively or you could use it positively. It's up to you.
Correct.
And so I'm glad that you gave that perspective, especially being the ascendant infinite goddess, because you got people that's descending too. Infinitely.
And
go ahead.
You're correct.
Go ahead, sister.
And no, as you said, the people flip. So it depends on where they are in their journey. Because right now, I may feel I am moving in righteousness.
Right.
And tomorrow I may come into a different understanding, and I may turn around and say, you know what? Things are wrong. I'm going to go back and I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. I'm going to go back and be a Jehovah's Witness, and Jesus is coming, and here we go. If I'm moving from my space in my heart, if that is what I believe, even if no one else wants to agree with that, that is a space in which I am in my journey. And that is okay, because you cannot appreciate the light without the darkness. Everything comes from that darkness. So just as there is a south, just as there is a south, there is a north.
Exactly. Right.
So if I begin to descend, it may look like I am going backwards and descending, but when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, when you flip things around, I'm actually ascending. I'm not to zoom in on the camera, right?
That's your camera. Yeah, that's your camera doing that.
I know.
That was good. I like that. That was on time. I like that.
Right? I may be heading south, and it may look like I'm going down, but I'm actually ascending just towards that polarity, towards that space.
Right.
Okay. Everybody comes here for different reasons. There are people that have come here to be, mass demonic energy channelers.
Yes.
And there's people that have come here to experience being a victim of that.
Of those. That's exactly.
So that's where walking without judgment comes in. And that's part of also being a god and a goddess, not judging anyone for where they are in their path. if you receive it as something that is not valuable to you or pertinent to you, then reject it. But you don't want to condemn anyone because of what they are doing.
Right. Yes, you can, and you don't really have to hate anybody. You could really actually, and that's why I understand when people say they don't hate, they only love, and I understand that to a certain degree. But it's just like hating. You might hate what a person does, but you don't hate the energy.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? You hate what a person does with what they did with the energy as they came here to this planet through their mother's womb and their father's scrotum. They came here. Because there is a duality of them coming here doing their thing, and for some reason they may have picked up certain. Dr. Laila Africa, may he rest in peace, always used to say, everybody is bipolar. Everybody is part their mom and part their dad. Bipolar. They've turned it into a disease or some type of mental illness now, because you might have a little bit more than the other, more of the negative aspects of the bipolarism than the other. And that's where we have to find balance. So that bipolar is just two poles, you know what I'm saying? Like you just finished discussing. Now, you said and I read in your bio that you was a Jehovah Witness. I've had so many debates and fun with them. I love them. I love them. I love the Mormons. I love them all. I love them because everybody has their perspective on how to get to heaven. You understand? So being a Jehovah Witness and being raised under such a strict thing. I've passed the Kingdom Hall, but I used to study a lot of material. I never went into it. It just felt too morbid for me. Like it just looked like it didn't have no windows or nothing in these buildings. So it was like a casino. Casinos that have no windows, no time. Just you gotta.
It has. Now that I'm out of it, it does have very cult-like energy.
Yes, and cult is still the root of culture. So let's make sure we find a balance with that, because Jehovah Witness, from John Rutherford and Charles Russell, they did build a culture.
Yes,
that looks like cult. That could be cult. So I don't disrespect the culture. I understand, and I love the study. I love that they're astute. I love that they're willing to debate with people, and then when they realize they can't get you, they'll mark off your house.
Right. Don't knock there anymore. Yeah.
Because you might convert them. What was your life in the Jehovah Witness, and how has it helped to develop you? Because I know you're gonna have to write a book. I keep on telling everybody else in the Jehovah Witness, somebody got to write a book about it. You can't just let Russell and John Rutherford write books. Y'all need to write books about your experience. What was that experience growing up, and how has it made Ascendant Infinite Goddess the person she is today?
Okay, let me see how I can put this into the Cliff Note version. So my mom was a Baptist. My father was the Jehovah Witness, and he converted her.
Wow.
And I did not grow up with my father. They actually got divorced when I was a baby. That's another wild story. But she stuck to it. And I always wondered, what is it that made her stick to it instead of following through the Baptist religion, right? Because she was born in Trelawney. They created the first Baptist church there in Trelawney, Jamaica, right?
Wow.
So when I learned that, and I'm hearing the States, and I'm like, this religion, it never really gelled with me. My mom always told me I lived a double life. I was always extremely smart in school. I was always very active and social, but as witnesses, there's no extracurricular activities. There's no football games. There's no, sometimes I would get field trips. That was it. Right. And I would always question her, why this religion and why nothing else? And I would always get it's the truth. It's this, it's that. Okay, fine. So that's it. As I said, I never really took to it, but I loved the teachings. I love that I learned early on that these holidays were pagan, and they weren't exactly what the mainstream was making them out to be. I was very grateful for that. It taught me how to be a beautiful public speaker, because not just knocking on doors, but also in the Kingdom Hall, we would do research, we would give talks, we would give seminars.
Yep.
And it really taught me how to have that stage presence, be in front of people. I always took that with me. Not accepting blood or ingesting certain things from the healthcare system.
Right.
That has always stuck with me as well. But that questioning everything,
Yes.
and researching everything came from there.
I love
And
that.
when I did finally get baptized, I was, as I said, my husband and I now we're off and on, but I was married before. I was married to my second child, my third child's father. I was married to him. Yeah.
We'll get it together.
Yes, I gotta get it together. We were married for like 5 years, but I finally decided to get baptized because I didn't want to disappoint my grandmother. You know, she was getting older and sick. You know, I did it for other reasons.
Right.
And when when I got married to him, I was like, okay, finally, God's gonna be proud of me. You know, I'm somewhere stable. I'm doing it, and I felt no different. And that was when I started feeling trapped as an individual. And I realized that the things that my mom had echoed to me my whole life, living a double life, I couldn't do it anymore. And I started going through the process, you know, especially after he and I got divorced. You know, that trigger warning for some people. My past marriage, he was abusive. We were in the military. You know, I was isolated. There were a lot of different things to that marriage. And the witnesses were like, God wants you to, you know, get through it. It's okay. You know, you understand? Yeah. And that made me start questioning. And when we did finally get divorced and I got back together with my husband now, and I started asking him some of the stuff that I always asked the people in the religion, and he started giving me answers that were clicking. I said, okay, this resonates with me. This makes sense to me. So being raised as a witness, I got their teachings, but I was always 1 foot in, 1 foot out. But it allowed me to recognize that regardless of whatever it is that I'm going through, if I stand firm in myself and stop trying to juggle multiple personalities or trying to please different people, I'm such a more sane person. I am so much more happier. And that has allowed me to really stand on my own now as an adult, where my mom is still a witness, my sister is still a witness, you know, and I can still be myself to them. I'm no longer afraid. Like if they were to tune into this podcast right now, I wouldn't be afraid. I'd be like, hey, y'all can get this work.
Matter of fact, I said it to a few of my friends who were Jehovah's Witnesses also. So I wanted them to hear, because I've been wanting them to voice their opinions and bring it out of them in a way. And I'm glad that you was able to express yourself and you've gone through your journey. And interesting enough, me studying, I learned a lot from the Jehovah's Witnesses, because even the symbolism of awake that people are using, awoke now, they've been using awake. And then watchtower, watching what's coming when God is coming. And then when God comes, that's when you are now awake. I studied that whole thing. I studied Charles Russell's history. I studied John Rutherford's history in comparison to even the Nation of Islam, because they knew each other, Master Fard Muhammad. And it got quick because he was a judge John Rutherford. He was a judge. And so he was one of the people that was at the trial of Master Fard Muhammad. So when I did that, I said, oh my goodness, how everybody was in the same framework at that time, how Elijah Muhammad was all in part. And that's why even the Nation of Islam used to go door to door. They used to sell papers door to door, and Master Fard Muhammad used to sell his silk door to door, just like what everybody from the Jehovah's Witnesses does, door to door sales and connect with people. It's crazy.
I'm going to say something that's really wild and off the books, and we don't have to dive into it, but I do want to say around that time frame, all those individuals that were creating these different religions, they were visited by alien species and given different commandments. And that's how those different branches of religions began.
And well, you know, it's funny, Master Fard Muhammad told the messenger about the wheel. So he already told him about the mothership everybody else didn't talk that deep about it, but he definitely went into it. So that is interesting that they was all around that time period, and it makes a lot of sense, that was going on. The Boys of Brazil, all these different movies that you start learning about and studying. Man, now I noticed that you got the same last name as Beyonce. Now, I'm not going to say you related to her, but you could be of the same, there's the same thing going on.
That is my husband's name.
Oh.
It's also a very popular name in the Bahamas and in the Mississippi region. Yeah. But it also is, they're like, I think, third cousins down from Beyonce.
I had to point it out.
Yeah. on my father-in-law's side, they're like third cousins down because her dad's from Mississippi or somewhere around there. So they're like kind of removed. But I'm not trying to. She a demon too.
No. Come on now. She is a god in her own way. Don't do that to her. Don't do that to her. She. They know the truth. They know the truth. That's why they do what they do. And then when you look at the word, it's like no less.
Correct.
No less. No less.
Yep.
So I understand that. Again, looking at symbolism, I'm big on symbolism, because remember, Panic and Bobby Hemmett used to speak on you learn through patterns, you learn through symbolisms, trauma, and also what was that? The last thing he used to say, man. There's one more thing they used to say, but I remember those two definitely. And repetition. Those were the way we learned, and symbolism is thrown in our face every day. So now, again, family, we are here. It is now 32 minutes after the hour. We're here with the one, the only Ascendant Infinite Goddess. She is our guest. Make sure you show her some love by Cash App, Infinitenell, her Zelle, or PayPal through her email, Ascendant Infinite Goddess at Gmail, her website, Ascending Infinite Goddess. And of course, if you want to email her for more information, please go to email her at info@Ascending Infinite Goddess. There's so much I could go into, but I'm going to stay cool. I'm going to be when I looked at your website, again, going back to the website, because you got a lot going on here. You speak about being a mother, a wife, a daughter, a sister, creator, lover, healer, educator, divine and powerful, infinite goddess. How does your children accept what you do? Because what I've recognized over years, that your children might not take on what you do. They may listen to you to a certain extent, but they want to do something totally different when they get into their teens and 20s and all that kind of stuff. What is it being a mother? What has it been like, you being who you are now and watching your children grow? Do they ask questions, or do they just want to get it on? Especially the older ones. Do they just want to get it on their own and that's it? I'll get to that later. How does your children react to who you are in this space now?
My children love it. They love my space.
Okay.
They don't entirely. Well, no. How do I phrase this? They love what it is that I do. Mm-hmm. They love what it is that I am, but they do like their own space. I'm a mother to 6 children.
6 children?
Yes.
And you birthed 4. You birthed 4. And your husband's 2. Okay, great.
Correct. So my 26-year-old bonus daughter, I knew her from when she was 1.
Wow.
And I raised her from when she was 11.
Wow.
When my husband, he's always been into knowledge and spirituality. So, he instilled in her already that she is a queen, she's a goddess, she's melanin popping. So, she's coming in already. My 23-year-old, I have a 21-year-old, a 20-year-old, and then my 3-year-old.
But we looking good at these ages, man. We looking good at these ages, baby. We ain't stressing.
Yes, we are. If my head wasn't covered, you see the grays. But my grays, they're just the bling in my crown. So I love it.
Exactly.
I love it.
And so how do they receive you, though? Your biological. Sometimes, because sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Correct. I always, once I came into my own and stopped faking the funk, with religion,
Right.
I just was who I am. You know, we meditate together. We meditated together. You know, my children's birthdays are magical. I always told them they were magical.
Right.
I gave them their birth charts from really early on. You
Right.
know, my daughters, they're going their own way, trying to find themselves, dabbling in religion, and that's fine. But my boys, they take on, you know, they'll come, they'll be like, Mom, can you cleanse my aura? Because something crazy is going on. Or how do I manifest this? Or can we meditate? So they do, you know, they will tap into the resources, because I show them all the time. I'm like, when something happens to them and they're telling me, I'm like, how did you create that? How did you do that? Why do you think you experienced that? I always bring it back around so that they can see for themselves. I'm not talking on my ass. So I don't have to push it down their throat, but they recognize that it's just a part of who I am. Don't come to me, you know, and talk about good morning, or, you know, their grand rising or blessed tidings or whatever the case may be, right? They recognize the language and who I am, because again, it's integrated for me. Now, it's not every time we're on the phone we're going to talk about spirituality and things of that nature, but if it comes around, it's going to come around. It is what it is. So they're good. They're accepting. They're not like, don't talk to me about that stuff. But you know, I do give them their space, because all but the last two have moved out. So it's just my 3-year-old and my 17-year-old that are here.
Okay. All right. I'm glad that they're journeying with mom and bonus dad and all of that good stuff, and you journeying with bonus children and all that. That new word bonus, because we used to say, you know what we used to say, you know, that's my step.
Yeah.
like we stepping on them.
Right. I never liked that. So when I did have children that came in, I was just like, you're my bonus babies, you know?
Exactly.
You're just my extra babies. That's all.
You know, and what when it comes to healing now, going down the healing journey, did you find that in your family that there was, especially out of Jamaica and all of that, did you find, and also your husband's family from the Mississippis and all that, of the Southern, did you find that you found healing ancestors in your past? Like, I've found people that grow food and all that, and that was into herbs or into history in my past. What did you find in your lineage or your ancestry to make you become the healer that you are today? And are they guiding you the way you want them to guide you?
So my mother's mom is Cuban.
My family's Cuban.
Right. So you know the mix up, the mashup.
Yeah, the mix up that. Right.
My father's mother was Coolie.
Oh, really?
Okay. So but she was a Jehovah's Witness. My mom's mother, the Cuban, she was not a Jehovah's Witness, but she died when I was young. And I only saw her once. Before she passed. And I always used to ask my mom about her. My mom was just like, oh, she this, oh, she that, whatever. You know, give me little snippets, you know, not too forthcoming. And when I found a picture of her and I saw her get up, like, she looks like me right now. You know, big fro, but she had her hair wrapped. Excuse me. And when I learned her name and called her name, I was able to start I commune with the ancestors. So I was able to start, you know, piecing things together. And she was an herbologist as well in Jamaica, a medicine woman. My mom would never tell me that, but you know, they always talk about Obi-Wan and things of that nature.
Right.
She was into that. So I said, okay, that makes sense, because I always wondered, like, how is it me? Everybody else just go into the religion indoctrination. And I was just like, no, you know, this doesn't sit right with my soul. And come to find out, it's coming from that space. So yeah, I know at least my grandmother's heavy into herbs and healing and medicine and things of that nature. And then through my past life regressions and things of that nature, I was able to get in connection with a great grandmother. And her connection with children and why she was so passionate about children. And it allowed me to see why I'm so passionate about children too, and fearing about them being taken away or being lost or things of that nature. So that was something that I also had to heal through my timeline. But recognizing just through those women, the different pathways and how that was manifesting or materializing through me now.
Powerful, powerful, man. Especially when to resonate and connect with children, and being very mindful of the children that come through you, and that you, the ones that you have the power to take care of, and knowing that. And that sounds very. Do you know your great grandmother's birthday? Did you ever get that from her? What was it?
I don't know her exact birthday,
Okay.
but she let me know she was born when it was hot. So I know about the summertime, and she's always showed me like water. So I'm thinking probably like the Cancer season,
Okay, that makes
but
sense, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know her. I don't know her exact
the,
birthday.
the intuition and all of that she was into, and Cancer deals with family and all of that stuff. So and children, so that would make a lot of sense. Family, if you want to get your tickets to catapult your energy in 2026, you can go as pinned to the top of the chat. Come and enjoy what we have to offer, and that this beautiful sister is presenting on that particular day. Let me show the flyer real quick from what and again, family, this is a very important lecture because on December the 20th, from 12 noon to 4:30 p.m. online, so you can be in your underwear and watch us if you want your drawers, butt ass naked if you want to either. If we won't see you. Come on out. Join us as we cover various topics, including divine spirit messages, herbal remedies for healthy living, numerovation, which that's my name there, my word there, for the new year. We're going to get it in because I'm touching all the numbers in the new year just to show you of that 2026 and what it means. People like to just break it down to 10 and 1, and I got a whole different mindset when it comes to that. Mindset shift, attuning to your heart desire, and more, featuring, of course, beautiful Netjer Kaba goddess. That's how you says it.
Yes, close.
Well, you say it for me. What is it? How you say it?
Netjer Kaba goddess.
Oh, Netjer Kaba goddess. Okay, I got it.
There
Okay, I got it. Okay, got it. Myself, of course. Now, and that's Corel, right? Corel.
Yes.
And of course, my brother, young Malcolm, since I've known him since he was a little boy. So big up to Malcolm X Bowser. That's the son of mother and of mom of brother Black Dot. So make sure y'all support us. This is a virtual event, so you gotta purchase the tickets. And of course, I'm telling you, family, we're gonna have a good ass time. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have a good ass time. That's what I'm gonna do for the amount of minutes that I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna have a good, and I know everybody, because we love what we do, we're going to enjoy what we do before you. Y'all can see I enjoy what I do. That's why I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I did what I did, and I'm still doing what I'm gonna do. So I'm like Bruce Lee, man. He enjoyed what he did. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, that's how we do it. So and with what's going on today and all over the world and all the distractions that they're putting on us, what would ascending infinite goddess suggest to my audience? Because some people are going through depression, heavy depression. Some people are feeling despair. People are losing jobs and don't know how to start up a business, or they don't even love the job that they're in, and not willing to go and make that change or create the happiness at the job that they're in. I remember, and before I move on for you to answer that question, I remember working at a flea market called the Glenwood Flea Market back in the 80s. That was one of my first jobs that I ever officially had, working for Italians at this flea market, sweeping the floor. So what I used to have to do to make myself, I'm going to sweep floors and clean up and mop and all that. Of course, it's not a job that I really liked, but I made sure I had music in my ear and I was just going with a smile all over. And I was one of the people that made sure that place was the cleanest, because if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it the best way I can. And that's what I think people have to learn to alchemize and turn a sad or a despairing moment into something, because we all go through our ups and downs. So what does our dear ascending infinite goddess suggest for our people to keep their mind at a higher level in this time that we're going political and otherwise, please. I know.
Trying to find a nice way to say this.
Hey, say it any way you want.
Lay with dogs, you get fleas. Like, don't pick up other people's issues. Focus on yourself. Know yourself. And whatever it is that you do, like you said, do it to the best of your capability.
Right.
If you do not like something, if you are not enjoying something, you have the capability to shift the frequency of that thing. I'm not saying if you hate your job, go cuss everybody out and quit and be stuck. You could do it, and the universe will support you.
Like Dave Chappelle when he found out he had Oprah.
Right.
Oprah pregnant. He cussed everybody.
Exactly. Like, listen, forget this. Forget y'all shit.
Oprah pregnant. Oprah pregnant. He's so stupid.
Jackpot. Shit.
I would have done it too.
No. You want to have a plan, but you can't have a plan if you don't know yourself.
Exactly.
You got to know yourself. You got to know your limitations. You got to know, what your code is, what your morals are, what you can do, what you won't do, what you are, what you can hold a capacity for. And once you start training yourself in that own right, you'll start to see how you can diagnose other things. But stop picking up other people's problems and stop judging yourself based on what other people have going on. Because, we'll take beautiful Dr. Umar, right? In all his wisdom, in all his, prosperity of his mind, he still was living in squalor. He still's a hustler. You don't know how people are behind closed doors. You only know what it is that they're showing you. And sometimes you are shown certain things to trigger you, to trigger the FOMO aspect, to trigger the what about me aspect, to trigger your heart chakra, right? Your sadness, right? A lot of times they will display wickedness. They'll display things that, they'll exaggerate things, right? So I'm in Florida and I'm from Miami, and there's a news channel we have down there. And literally hurricanes or windstorms or something, they would go find the most fucked up part. And it could only be a block radius, and it'll have tall standing water. And you'll be like, yeah, everywhere is flooded. It's horrible. This and this and this. And that's not the case. Everywhere else around it was okay. People will show you what they want you to see to fit their own narrative.
That's true.
So don't get caught up in other people's foolishness. Like I registered to vote in 2016. That was the first time I registered to vote because I was mad Trump got in. Oh, Trump got in, the racist, right? I still have not voted in a presidential election because I realized, wait a minute. Right after that, I said, wait a minute. They're showing you these things to get you upset, to pull on your heartstring, especially of, the traumas of us, the melanated community.
Yes.
If you pull back the layers and have discernment for yourself, you will start to recognize and realize, oh, wait a minute. It's not really what they say it is.
Right.
So if you are depressed, if you're in a state of life where you feel hopeless, hear me clearly. There is always hope. Find something to be grateful for. I have been in spaces where I didn't know how I was going to eat. Me and my 3 young children sleeping in the car, in again, abusive relationships, being taken advantage of, just all types of stuff. begging in front of Walgreens for someone to buy me a can of bully beef, corned beef. Okay, I've been there, and the things that helped me get out was I have breath in my lungs. The sun is still shining on me, and at the time I was religious. But if God is going to take care of the birds, God will take care of me too. So don't feel hopeless. Don't get sucked into that energy, because depression is just the symptom of something you are suppressing. You are deepening it. You're pushing it down further into your body. Recognize what it is that you're truly feeling. What is it that you are truly sad about or anxious about? And in some way, get it out. In this day and age of technology, social media, you can get online and literally just be talking, crying, whatever, saying what it is that you need to say. People will come in and hear you. People will support you. Not everyone is a troll. People will come in and hear you and support you. There's no reason for you to feel alone at all whatsoever. And then meditate. Meditate, please. If you don't do anything else in your life, in a meditation practice. Find a way to connect back with self, because a lot of people are disconnected from self because they're picking up the fleas from other than people. So let it stay where it is. Let them stay where they at, and you'll come back in tune with self.
That let me give that a well-deserved round of applause, of course. Before we let you go. You know, when you mentioned the word hope, you know, I broke that down on my channel before, the word hope and what it means. And it is a word that leads to the number 7, actually leads to the 25 first and then the number 7. And when I see those numbers, it says, because they are living energies and living entities and symbols, 25 in compound numerology deals with learning to endure. Because while you're having hope, it's having strength, endurance, and observing not other people, but observing yourself within, because it leads to the number 7, which deals with introspection. So you have to look within. That's why when I do yearly breakdowns, as much as people like to break down, 2025 and then breaks it down to 9 and all that, you got to look at the 20 and the 25, because we keep on saying 2025 or 2026. So that each one of those numbers in a certain system of numerology have their own distinct meaning that also is attributed to the year before you break it down to any single digit or 2-digit number. And nobody looks at that. They always look at what the consensus is. Let me bring it down to a single digit. Oh, it's a 1 year. Really? That's what you think it is only? I'm going to show you that it's not only a 1 year during this. So make sure y'all get y'all ticket, the catapult, because Dr. Laila Africa taught me to look at things from a whole holistic perspective. You got to look at all of that. Each one of those numbers that you see, 2, 0, 2, 6, has a vibration before you go into breaking down to everything. 202 has its own vibration. 2026 has and they have their own distinct meaning after studying the patterns, cycles, and sequences, and the probabilities and statistics and possibilities of the positive and negative of those numbers. And that's what I'm going to show on the class that we're going to be doing. So make sure y'all go. And all the great people, and I'm big up to my sister. She said, she's glad you didn't butcher up the name, because I would have butchered the name. So big up to my sister that's in the chat. Sister Goddess. I'm going to just say the last part. Goddess. Sister Goddess.
There you go.
You ain't going to have me butcher up your name, girl. I'll be married to you and you'll be butchering up your name. That'll be messed up. Calling you another name. Say my name.
Oh my God.
I said the wrong name, nigga. You said the wrong. So have hope that I'll get it, because I'm learning. So, and I'm forever a student. People like to call me master numerologist and all. No, I'm always a student. I never stop. And I'm so proud of what you're about to do and what you've been doing in your journey. And family, please go to her website and read about her and take her services. Let me show that site again, because you got services also, girl. You give services. And it's not one of them negative services either. You know what I'm saying? People back in the day, there was different types of services. that people used to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So when you look at this website here, and you want all the stuff that she got going on. She got the angel oracle readings, intuitive guidance readings. She got all kinds of story of love oracles, couple mental healing, 30-minute love oracles, black moon astrology oracles. She got ancestor spirit. I mean, she got all kinds of stuff going on up here. Look at this. I got to sound like Kevin Hart now. Look at here. Look at this. Look at this. You know what I'm saying? And they're reasonable prices. They slashed prices right now. She's slashing prices right now. She like Crazy Eddie.
Yes.
Oh, when you think I'm ready. She's like Crazy Eddie. Yo. So make sure y'all support our Ascended Infinite Goddess. Any specials you want to talk about before we get off? Any specials on your site?
So, as you said, everything is marked down 22%. I may open back your coupon codes, King Simon. I had coupon codes running and they just expired. It went up until my anniversary on 12/12. But for those who watch your show, if right after the broadcast, I'll open back up. If you enter code Simon, Simon at checkout, you'll receive an additional $22 off.
Okay, you heard what the lady said. Oh my goodness! All they have to do is book a session, right? All they have to do is book a session, correct?
All you have to do is book a session. As long as everything except for the meditation, because that's already like marked down lower. But as long as you book a session, or even for the Catapult Your Energy event. You'll receive, even for the Catapult Your Energy event, you'll receive an additional $22 off. Yeah.
You hear what she said? And it's no cap, yo. No cap. She really about this life. I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Go ahead. Go get your discount. Just say Simon.
Correct.
Put it Simon. Not Simon Says. Simon. Put Simon
in it. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Yeah. Usually I only mark my services down around my birthday. I'm a Pisces.
Yes.
For the month of February, I normally run a sale, but Spirit led me to show a little extra love, and I'm grateful to be in this position to be of assistance, because it took a while to get here, but this goes hand in hand with who I am. I love asking questions. I love being in people's business. So being of service and helping people grow like this, right. I love what it is that I do. And I'm grateful this is part of my journey, part of my purpose. So my Catapult the Energy event is the biggest event we have going on. And then in the springtime, around the spring equinox, of course, if you go to my website, the very first thing that pops up is to join my email list. Peace, Urban X. Peace,
y'all. Urban X in the building. Yeah, you got on the shirt. I'm wearing this shirt this coming Sunday. Matter of fact, at the Queen of Four, because I know he vending. I know my brother Black Dot is vending. So I'm wearing the shirt he gave me. But I see your shirt up in there doing it. So big up to everybody. That's right. The code is Simon's. Now Simon Says. Simon. And Simon in Hebrew means to listen. And Arabic is isma, means to hear, to listen. So listen to what she's saying.
All up in there.
So if you want to get that deal on that 22 is a master number, master builder, master healer, master teacher. Make it masterful. Stop playing. And don't go AI with it. Like I tell people, y'all can do numerology AI if you want, but they don't give you the soul of it.
Right.
I give you the soul, because I'm extracting from not just AI, just scraping the data from the information on the earth. I'm scraping my experiences in all different levels when it comes to doing a session with me. And she is doing the same thing. You're not going to get no AI from Ascended Infinite Goddess or all the great people that's going to be speaking. So we want to be in the building. Go ahead, sister. What you going to say? Sorry. You want to say something?
Yeah.
Oh, she frozen? What are you? Can you hear me?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. Look like we look like there's a delay now. I don't know what's going on. It just delayed all of a sudden.
But
okay. It's all right. It's
okay.
Go ahead.
So
now we're back. Go ahead.
Okay, good. So my Catapult Your Energy event, that's using the winter solstice, and then around the spring equinox, my husband and I will be doing a couples retreat. So when you go to my website, once you sign up for my blog, you'll also be on my email list, and then of course I always send out reminders, upcoming events, things of that nature. I do, readings exclusive for those on my website, forecast energies. I do giveaways. I do all types of stuff. So my website is the one-stop shop for all. Just be sure to check me out there. Of course, as you can see, Ascending Infinite Goddess. That's my handle everywhere on all like social platforms.
I wanted to ask one more question, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
And that's the realm of polygamy.
Okay.
Which some of these people are practicing polygamy. I'm just not into the polynygamy. You know what I'm saying? I can't. You know what I'm saying? There's no protocol. What do you think about polygamy or all these new terms, or the new poly and the polyandry? What do you think about these new terms? Or not even new terms, but terms that they're using now, but some are misusing them right now too. But the ones that are using them properly, I respect you. But those ones that are misusing them and then getting hemmed up, y'all can kick rocks with that. Go ahead, do your thing. Talk about polygamy, please.
So I believe that everyone that is here is incarnated in this human body is here to experience everything that comes with it. Right. Okay. I'm not saying we got to be ancient, Babylon and Rome and doing all types of crazy stuff, but your sexual experience is for your own freedom of choice. Now, King Simon is asking me this because he knows that I've had poly relationships. My husband and I, we are there. And that's something that I actually introduced to my husband.
That's what it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
Correct. It is something that is an expression for those who want to experience both divine feminine and masculine, but it is important for everyone to be mature and aware. Again, you got to know yourself, because now you're getting to know multiple people. Right. And anytime you have any type of sexual contact with anyone, okay, it doesn't have to only be in a poly relationship, but any type of sexual experience, you're connecting a tie, you're connecting a cord, you're connecting a tether. So you want to do so responsibly. For those that are just in it for body gratification, like, that's you might as well be right there with Diddy. That's not. Yeah, that's not what poly.
Did he do it?
Diddy did it. Oh, Diddy did it, okay? He been diddling all over the place, okay? And he's still diddling in some stuff too. Exactly. But let him tell you he was doing it in his righteousness. It was coming from a space of sadness and hurt and disdain, but for him, he's like, that's what felt good to him. So I mean, whatever. Right. But anyway, when it comes to multiple people's relationship, as long as everyone is honest and mature and knows themselves, it is something meant to help build community. It is meant to build community. We are a humanative people. The way how we are created, we are like gatherers. We're not supposed to be solo. We're not supposed to be alone or apart. Even if you never get married, or even if you never have children, you still should have some sort of community. And when you are in a poly relationship, it affords you that. Right. Now, yes, there are different dynamics, because not every woman wants to be engaged with another woman, or men with other men. I mean, there's so many different avenues in which it can be experienced. But it only works when everyone is mature, when everyone is in tune with themselves. Thereby, you can be in tune with others, because you got to be on the same frequency in order for it to work. And be able to say, this is not working,
Yes.
and be mature enough to let each other go and grow. That
You know that, stick a pin right there. Stick that pin right there. You know that's there. Stick a pin. Let me frame this question because what I remember, a particular individual had a contract before he got into any polygamous relationship, and he would give them a 6 month contract, and if they fulfill and he fulfills that 6 months, or as a family they fulfill that 6 months and they fulfill that 6 months, then they can consummate the relationship. If they don't, then they separate and keep it moving. Do you feel that contracts are very important, not just verbal contract, but written contracts are important in a polygamous relationship, so everybody be on the same page?
the way I'm set up.
Not your bank account. I'll be there.
Yeah, the way I'm set up. No, I think if writing it down is what works for you, then yes.
Yes.
But it's exactly what you said is exactly where I am. What do you expect to get out this relationship?
Right,
What do you expect me to give? What do you expect you to give? People sometimes take offense when others people say, what are you bringing to the table? Right. But literally, it's how are you enhancing my life?
There it is.
How are you enhancing my life? Because if you know yourself, if you're in tune with yourself, you can bring yourself love, joy, and happiness. No one else is going to bring that to you. So if you are getting in connection with anyone, poly or not, you need to know, how are you enhancing my life? And I feel it is important. And I feel that, 6 months to wait to consummate a relationship is actually a very good timeline.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's a very good timeline.
To see what they bring into each other, see what happens, because it can take place in like 90 days if you know what you're doing.
Right. Exactly. Like, I'm not going to tell everyone, oh, you have to wait this amount of time before you jump in bed. However, give each other space and time before you get to know each other's bodies, know each other's minds and each other's frequencies before you start swapping body fluids, because then other things start coming up. And again, you're bringing in their baggage, their traumas, their everything else, and tying it and conjoining it right with you. And if you're already in an established relationship with your partner and you're bringing in another person and they have to come and learn you both as well, that too can be a little overwhelming.
Is there a vetting process from your perspective? Are you vetting the women that you brought to your man?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yes.
Makes sense. No, that makes sense. And that's why it is a woman's thing, just like the lion that's in the jungle, man. They know each other. They know each other. They know which child came out of that one and what child came out of that one and what they know.
And that's the thing, especially when there's children involved.
Yes.
When there's children involved, it's so important, because it's like, who are you? Because now, if we are going to be in a relationship, we're on equal footing. I need to know, what type of example are you going to set for my children? How are you interacting with them? How do my children respond to you? Because my children don't lie. They don't fake the funk. My baby will tell me I'm beautiful and he will ask me what I got going on. Like, it doesn't matter. Right? So I need to know, how are they responding to you as well?
That's right. As somebody just said, real, raw, and authentic. And I've known numerous men that have practiced polygamy, from Imam Isa, who y'all call Dr. York, from Brother Polite, from Dr. Valentine, and even Dr. Sabi, even Dr. Africa. And out of majority of all of them, at the end of the day, they always says, they always end up with one. Right back in in the Holy Quran, it says you could have up to 4, paraphrasing, but it's best for you to have one. The women, that's what he's talking about. That's what they said. I'm like, wow. But it comes with a lot of protocols. It comes with laws. It just comes with responsibility on everybody's part. Because I was trying to do, having all the women that I had in the nightclubs, that could have been polygamy, but that was polygamy in the nightclubs. I know that was nigamy. That was definitely polygamy. I was doing too much niggerish stuff back in the nightclub days.
I was about to say, you was on your nigga shit.
I was on my nigga ish, baby. I was doing my nigga ish. And in these nightclubs in New York City and in Florida sometimes. But
they're getting popping in Florida. I already know.
oh yeah, I remember Iguana nightclub. I was in Iguana nightclub back in the day. Oh lordy, lordy, lordy. but, but remember, I've hosted those shows, those reggae shows out there in Miami too. So in Florida too. So I was out there doing that all over the East Coast, man, doing my thing. So I guess that's why I have 9 children. 15 grandchildren.
Okay.
Well, the 15 ain't mine, so that's a good thing. And but that's my grandchildren, so that's good. They can always take them back, and I bring them over and have some fun, But big up to Malcolm in the building. What's up, Malcolm? How you doing, sir?
Hey,
I'll see you soon, sir.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X in the building. Okay, somebody said what he knows about Iggy. What I know about Iggy. Come on now, Iguana. Iguana nightclub. I was there when they had a major fight and bottles was thrown everywhere.
Yeah, that was once a month, sir. Yeah.
I just stayed in the corner and watched the bottles fly.
Oh my God. Yeah. Iguana's got it popping.
Exactly. While they was popping them, they was fighting with them. But my dear, thank you so much for coming on and sharing space and having some fun. Again, family, this is all of her contact. Spread love. Ba-ba-da. Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. Spread love. Go book a session with her over on her website. Email her, but don't email her for some real information. Don't email because she look good and she stuck out her bright eyes. Negroes be doing too much. They want to be a part of the police situation. They want to join in. We spread love the righteous way. You know what I'm saying? Any last words, my dear? Go ahead, talk to me.
I'm grateful for you all. I'm grateful for you, King Simon. I'm thankful for each and every individual that is hearing this message, who will be connecting with us on Saturday, whether it's live or you'll be connecting with us through the replay. Regardless of what it is, I'm grateful for you all. I'm thankful for every comment, every like, everything, every connection, because it all matters. Okay. When you rise in the morning, when you open your eyes, do not think back of what happened yesterday. Be focused on what possibilities and miracles can flow into your life for today.
Yeah.
Because every day is a new day. And if you just find something to be grateful for and hold on to it and latch onto it, and know that even you walking past someone and smiling will change the vibration of the space, and it sends ripples through the ethers into the universe, you will stop being worried about dumb shit. Literally, please stop being worried about dumb things. We are winning. If you are hearing me, if you are in this transmission, you are on the winning side. I don't care what your life looks like. You have the ability to tap into the internet and hear valuable information. Right. You are winning. Do not let these people try to drag you down, because misery loves company. We're not doing that. Okay? We're not on that.
That's right. Heal people, heals people. That's right. People heals people, like Dr. Saber used to say. And all we have to do is work on it, man. Hurt people, but heals people. And like you said, misery love company, but so does happiness. You're right.
Correct. Correct.
But I appreciate you so much. Let's give a round of applause. I'm so glad we had this time together. And tell your husband I send my greetings, and you can send love to your children, man. I don't know them, but I send enough respect to them. All right, for holding it down and keeping it up. And maybe y'all will do another polygamy relationship. I don't know.
Listen, there's more than enough for everybody. I just watched a documentary about one of the coldest towns in Africa, and they said the women are 100. I think they said 100. No, 80 women to every one man. So they're like, y'all come get some of our women, and they're beautiful.
Wait. Send me that link. I mean, when I see that link, because me want to see that blood link, because me know
yes,
I have to go travel. Hey, me something.
Yep.
See my little crazy Jamaican Cuban ass over there in Africa.
Just make it around even 10. Just make it an even 10, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. I go. Yeah. All right, but I appreciate you, my sister. Be safe, all right? And
You as well.
I will see you on the 20th. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
All right.
Peace.
Peace and love. Peace and love. That's our sister, Ascended Infinite Goddess. Give her a round of applause again. Let's give her a round of applause. Oh man, that was beautiful. Beautiful. Yes. That was beautiful. We had a great time. Great time. Yes, that was good. Again, show some Cash App love to her. Infinitenell, that's $ Infinitenell. You could do Zelle also and PayPal internationally. You could do Zelle or PayPal. That's Ascending Infinite Goddess at gmail.com. And also her website, ascendinginfinitegoddess.com. And you can send some info love. And of course, everything is pinned at the top of the chat for the event. If you want to join, see all of us there. We're going to have a good time. Believe me when I say that. We're going to have a good time, but you can make sure you come and see all of us. All right. Big up to Goddess, of course, Carell and Malcolm X, who Bowser, who will also be there. And Respect, we're going to be from 12 to 4:30. I think I get on at 1 o'clock. I think I'm from 1 to 1:30 or 1 to 1:45. That's my time right there. So I'll definitely be in the building watching and absorbing the information that they all are going to be sharing. And then I have to go to, I'm more likely going to go to this screening after. I'm going to see if I can get to that screening after, if I'm not too tired and. But again, the website is there. And I want to make sure that y'all support them. Don't forget to, on Thursday, we're going to be interviewing one of the professors of martial arts. And the brother name is, the brother's name is Professor James Muhammad Mahdi. And forgiveness is the highest form of healing in any family, but we're going to be talking about the legacy of the late, great, Dr. Moses Powell, aka Master Musa, used to bodyguard the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, used to bodyguard, of course, people like Minister Louis Farrakhan and various other people. So we're going to be talking about his history, and it's going to be very interesting. Y'all should watch this one. It's going to be very, very interesting. All right. And then, of course, on the 20th, we will be with our sister and the whole crew there from the 12 to 4:30 p.m. online, Ascending Infinite Goddess. And then I will be with Queen of Four and Paris Williams at LIU. The legendary LIU events are back up and running for vending, and for more information, contact Brother Shabazz right there at the number 347-683-8122. That's 347-683-8122. And of course, enough respect to my regular sponsors in the building. I do want to thank everybody for supporting. My channel is growing, so you can advertise with my channel. You can advertise with KSP TV Media as we are growing fast. And if you want to look at the community section, I put all the stats and all the growing stats going on in the community section. I will share that with you right now. If you want to look at the stats in the community section, here I will share the link so you can see the community section and see the growth that King Simon Presents is going through right now. Man, that's right. Okay, there it is. I see. Oh, thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much about that part in Africa. Wow. Yeah, it snows in Africa. Kibalan, it snows out there. There's certain areas, certain points, certain mountain points also. Yeah, certain mountain regions, they snow out there too. But if you can go to the community section, I just put it in the chat. If you want to go to the community section to see the chat, to see the stats of my growth. And if you want to email for the rates, I'm very reasonable rates all the way until January the 1st. I got some very reasonable. Matter of fact, it's half price right now. So it's like, my prices are usually $150 is half price right now, all the way. That's so $75 all the way until January the 1st. So you get this rate right now. Advertise your book, your business, whatever you want to advertise is $75 a month. So you got to come on out. Text me at 347-496-1022 or email me at ksptvmedia@gmail.com. That's ksptvmedia@gmail.com if you want to advertise with your brother. And I give y'all love, just like I show on this sister love. Professor Zahalia, martial arts dance instructor, online and offline classes. Make sure you contact her via the email there or the number, the 562 number on there. She does Sanukas Ryu Jiu-Jitsu, founded by Dr. Moses Powell, who we'll be speaking about on Thursday. Weaponry, dance etiquette, and the art of flow and of the art and flow of touch and go. Dancing and also in the martial arts. Just let her know that I sent you. If you want to book a session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. Text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. Remember, the study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers and they will guide you. Big up to another one of my sponsors. Only the Realists Feel This podcast with Abundance Child at YouTube at Abundance Child. Big up to her. And of course, we're going to be with Queen of Four again. Make sure you support that. My son, he has a great recording studio. Make sure you support him. Green Studio NYC. Him and brother Jason doing great work. All my books are on Amazon right now, but I got ebooks also. So if you want any ebooks, you can text me. The ebooks are not on Amazon yet. They're only ebooks through me. So you got to text me. And big up to iridologist, the one, the only Dr. Shakira Moore, Holistica Palace, and the one, the only New Diamonds at newdiamonds.net. Hit her up. Nicholas, Brooklyn, always 10% off if you show this. Take a screenshot of this and show it. Not only to Nicholas Brooklyn, but show it at Nicholas Cultural in Manhattan or the one in Brooklyn, or you can give them a call at the 718 number that you see right there. Or go to their website, nicholasbrooklyn.com. My brother Lloyd Strayhorn, that's lloyd-strayhorn.com. Make sure you call him at the 800 number that you got right there, right? Big up to all of y'all. I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in and locking in. And once again, we want to continue to thank our beautiful sister, Ascending Infinite Goddess, her first debut on this channel, revealing the goddess and what gods will walk with them. You know, I didn't really get into that part, but I understand, especially when it comes to polygamous relationships and all that, you got to know who you're dealing with. And I guess she already covered it by who you're dealing with and who you got to understand each other and all that kind of stuff. So I got it. All right. Remember what Dr. B says. I forgive myself, my family, and others for imperfection, and I am thankful for my life. And remember what Dr. Blair used to say. Please, Universal Creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open up my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. Family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening, whatever time you might be watching this. Support the channel. Even if you watch 15 to 30 seconds of commercials on this channel, not my commercials, but the YouTube commercials, they also send a donation to our channel if you watch 15 or 30 seconds of the commercial, the full commercial. They'll send a donation because you watched it. All right. So if you even do that and you can't donate, I understand. You know, everybody got holidays going on, and that's what's happening right now. But you can donate Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, Chime, if this meant anything to you. And again, remember to like, subscribe, and share with those on a spiritual journey so we can build this algorithm. Okay. Thank you very much. Take care. Be safe. And remember, I love you because I love me. Take care. One love. Peace.